What's up, RA crew? This is my reapplication for 2026-2027, and it's kind of like a semester in review. So let's get started. For my first question, it kind of talks about what was the most enjoyable aspects of my fall semester, and I wanted to highlight like three key kind of categories. The first one being able to find valuable community. There's a lot of opportunities for community, whether that be within other RAs, whether that be within my A3 subsect, or whether that just be with my residents. This gave me the chance to build meaningful connections and bonds in a way that was both beneficial to myself and to my residents or other coworkers, so we both had a fulfilling experience. Community was something that was kind of lacking in my first year when I came to CSU East Bay, and I'm really happy I found that within the RA position. I'm thankful for that. For the next one, I want to just highlight the small things that happened within the position that I really enjoyed. Small stuff like move-in day, preview day, the RHA haunted house, my A3 bonding activity. I really enjoyed these activities, and they really brightened my experience. They not only gave me the opportunity to further promote the kind of community housing's trying to strive to establish, but they also just helped create really great memories with crew members and just crew members I don't get to often see, so I'm thankful for that. Also really enjoy them because they focus less on like the clerical aspect of the position, and they just focused on like the fun, sociable parts that I really looked forward to when my semester got really busy or my coursework just got really demanding. And then for my last one, I've got, getting out of my comfort zone. I really enjoyed the fact that I got placed out of my comfort zone and I had to navigate that challenge. I'm pretty reserved, I like to keep to myself, but there were a few scenarios where that wasn't the case. Move-in day, preview day tours, even IRs or calls that were pretty demanding. These forced me to be a lot more active, to be outspoken, to be attentive, which I ended up really loving. The RA position helped, strengthen my confidence, my strength within communication, and my sociability. And I hope to kind of continue that within my coming semesters. For the next one, it talks about, what was most challenging with the position, and I have like two categories for this. I have asking for help and then work-school balance. For the first one, I normally don't like asking for help. I like to work independently. I kind of find it to be needy or burdensome, but that's really not true and not the case. But I like to solve my issues by myself. But I recognize in this semester, that's not the case. I'm working within a team. I'm working in a collaborative membership. I can't be thinking that way. If I'm to do that, it could really hurt my other crew members, my RAs, my supervisors, RHA, even my residents. So I made it a goal this semester to ask for help whenever clarity just wasn't there for me. Whenever I struggled or I just needed that extra help, I did that. I asked for help, I got out of my comfort zone, and I did that. And it ended up helping the position a lot, and I'm thankful for that. And then for work-school balance, this is pretty common, but I was starting a new degree, I was starting a new position, and it was pretty demanding. I had a lot of late nights where I was stressed out, where I was struggling with new responsibility and a bunch of coursework, but looking back, I'm really happy that I went through that. I really enjoyed the struggle. I like struggling. It helps me grow and helps me navigate these situations. Now I feel a lot more comfortable taking on responsibility or taking on really hard course load. It makes me a much stronger person, and I'm thankful for that. For the next question, it talks about, how could I felt more welcomed or supported by returners? And I have nothing but compliments. Everybody did a really great job, and I just wanted to highlight some positions that I think people did a really good job at. SRAs were amazing. They helped with my duty calls. They helped when I needed to do IRs or finishing them, or even just when situations were pretty intense or I had a lot of questions. They were always there no matter what, and they always had a positive attitude. So go SRAs. For POC or ACs, you guys did the same. I'd be calling you at like 1 a.m, and you were straight to it. You were super prepared. You were never discouraging, and it just helped me feel a lot more confident in my position. So thank you. I really appreciate that. And then for the returners, you guys did a great job. Everybody was so upbeat. Everybody was really willing to do all the activities and just be there for each other. It made a really unique experience, and I love that everybody just tried their hardest this semester. So good job, everybody. And then for like advice I'd give new RAs coming into the position, I'd say just say yes. And what I mean by this is say yes to new opportunities, to new situations, or just try new things in this position. This position gives you a lot of exploration, and I'd say take advantage of that. It can only be as enjoyable as you make it out to be. So if you choose to be kind of passive and recessive about it, you'll have kind of a lackluster semester. So I say yes to new opportunities, take on new responsibilities, and just put yourself out there. You might just end up loving it. That's what this position's for. And then just kind of to wrap this up, I've got 3 main goals for myself that I want to see within the spring semester or just moving forward. And that's timeliness, building community, and experience. For timeliness, I'd like to be better about my deadlines. I was good about it this semester, but I just want to be like perfect with it. I want it to be on the back burner. I want to be better about it so it just doesn't get in the way. So when push comes to shove and I've got harder responsibilities, I can focus on those. For community, I want to establish a stronger community within my residents. I just want to be better about that. I want to see better numbers within my take-twos and my community builders. And I want to kind of, further develop that in my spring semester. So I'm excited to kind of try new approaches. And then for experience, like I did in the fall, I got out of my comfort zone, I tried new things, I did positions where it forced me to be a bit more extroverted, and I really like that. I'm going to try that within the spring. I just want to get the most out of this experience before I take off and I graduate and stuff. I really like that it pushed me, and I hope to push myself further moving forward. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I hope you kind of learned more about my experience and what I took away from the position, and I hope to grow moving forward and just try new approaches with the position. Thank you.